Hello, YouTube family. Auntie is here. I'm Patty Jackson. I am your auntie of pop culture. It's time for the girls and the scoop, and let's get this hugging. I got some shout outs. First up, West Coast. What's going on? I always got to shout out my girl Lunel. I got to shout out singer Melba Moore, who's getting a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. And I got a big shout out because I was on her show last night, the Natasha Simona sequence. She's on Instagram, and every night she does a weeknight talk show, and I was her guest last night. Tosh, I want to thank you. I want to thank Rick Party. I talked about my life, my career, doing this 41 years, embracing, social media like I have. In the beginning, I didn't want to do social media, and I remember saying, I ain't doing it. That still is my favorite saying. I ain't doing it. But it was a man who referred to where I work at the station that we were old and we wouldn't get it. And WDAS in Philadelphia is a leading radio station. Yeah, we older, but we still fly. And it did something to me. And I embraced it, and I never looked back. And I just talked about that, life after stroke, because I'm a stroke survivor. February is Heart Health Month. Pay attention to your bodies, ladies. Pay attention to your bodies. I just talked about my life. I said I'm a mom, I'm an auntie, I love what I do, I love work, and after all of these years, I'm still having fun. Tosh, it was great being on your show last night, and thanks for having me. Well, let's talk about Beyonce and this world tour. It is a world tour that is literally, the Carters are going to be on the road. It's going to take her all around the world. We're talking about Beyonce and the Renaissance tour all over the world. When she hits the States, it's going to be in my hometown, Philadelphia, July the 12th. The tour kicks off in May. They're going to be on the road. They're going to be busy. And some dates could go through November. They're doing it a little differently with the ticket sales than they did with Taylor Swift. If you remember last week, I said I was glad that happened to Taylor Swift because then they took it serious. There should not be a monopoly on one person being able, and you got to go through them to get the tickets. Or a bunch of bots and scalpers and all these people get all the tickets and you can't get it. There is this 16-day period where you have to register to buy the tickets. Not register to win tickets. Register to buy the tickets. Go to Beyonce.livenation.com. The announcement was spectacular. She's naked and covered in diamonds. She looks incredible. It was just oh my gosh, look at her body. A 16-day period. So, the tickets are going to be a little pricey. So save up your money. Do a side hustle. Sometimes I'm all for anybody who does a side hustle. Because when you need a little extra coins, you go do a little side hustle to get some money. Beyonce.livenation.com. You got a 16-day period to register to buy your tickets. To register to buy your tickets. Does she give one of the most incredible shows you will ever see? Yes, she does. I've seen her numerous times. And if you've ever seen, remember she did the Formation? That was just awesome. And we were able to check that out on streaming services. I believe Netflix was the first one. But Beyonce does give a great show. It's not just hype. Mrs. Carter puts on a great show. Beyonce.livenation.com. Let's talk about the Rock Hall of Fame. These are the people that are eligible, and you can vote on them now at rockhall.com. Willie Nelson, the country legend, is 90 years old. He has been eligible since they started the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, which was 1983. Missy Elliott, A Tribe Called Quest, Cyndi Lauper, George Michael, The Spinners, one of my favorite groups. I got such a kick out of playing the Spinners music on Sunday night. They've been nominated a lot, but now they're being pushed to the forefront. Will this legendary soul group get in? Kate Bush and others. Rockhall.com. They'll be revealing, I believe it's either 6 or 7 that will actually be inducted. It's a lot of people here. I told you guys, since they started inducting hip-hop groups, R&B has had to take a step back. I hope that the Spinners really get in. Those not, Dionne Warwick, oh, Auntie Dionne, I know they keep doing it, but she's not on the ballot. And there are other notables like Luther Vandross and Sade and Patti LaBelle and New Edition. There's so many great R&B groups and they're not in there. Sade, did I say Sade? Not in there. Gladys Knight, not in there. It's a shame. I don't know why they can't say that a hip hop group can get in and a R&B artist can get in, but they've made this choice and hopefully they can. Now, this is something interesting. How do you become eligible to be in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame? You got to be in the music business 25 years. So guess who didn't make the cut? Destiny's Child, probably because Beyonce is on the road. When it's time for Beyonce, they'll judge it from her solo career. She's going to get it on the first time. Destiny's Child did not get in. Lauryn Hill did not get in. Singer Aaliyah, the late singer, even though I'm hearing that they could be doing some kind of tribute to her. But there's so many that are not in there. But you can vote now. The Spinners, Missy, A Tribe Called Quest, Cyndi Lauper, Georgia Michael. Go to rockhall.com. I told you guys I would find out when the Whitney Houston movie, I Want to Dance with Somebody, comes out on video on demand. It's February 7th. Yes, February the 7th. February 28th on DVD and all that Blu-ray stuff. It's going to have bonus content. It's going to have moments. They're going to have deleted scenes. But it's coming to video on demand. Whitney Houston, I Want to Dance with Somebody. Streaming now on Disney Plus. Black Panther 2, Wakanda Forever. It is streaming right now. If you haven't seen it, you got Disney Plus. Go to it. Jennifer Hudson, she's on the Vogue cover. It's their spring issue, the biggest issue ever that they're calling this spring issue. But Jennifer Hudson, who is the first Black singer since 2007 to grace the cover of Vogue. I believe that 2007 was Beyonce. Big congratulations to Tamar Braxton, who we love. She got a new gig. She is part of the crew at Dish Nation. Yes, Tamar's going to be sitting up there with the Brat and everybody else. She's going to be starting that gig soon. If you love boxing movies, the George Foreman movie comes out April 28th. A lot of people know him for The Grills, but he had this incredible boxing career. And boy, was it an upset when he beat Muhammad Ali. Also, Creed 3, get ready. Michael B. Jordan, Jonathan Majors, coming in theaters on March the 3rd. Well, after 21 seasons, Dr. Phil is ending it. 21 seasons. Remember the 90s? First I go back. And Oprah, introduced him. And it was like, who this man? Dr. Phil, 21 seasons later with his show, it's ending, and he's going to be moving to doing some primetime specials. Speaking of primetime specials, tonight, Black in Vegas. It's a Soul of a Nation, ABC, they do the Soul of a Nation. Tonight, it's about Black entertainers in Vegas. They got Usher, Smokey Robinson, Neo, George Wallace, my girl Lunel. There was a time you could perform in Vegas if you were Black, but you wasn't walking through the front door. You had to come through the side or come through the back. They're talking about the change in Vegas. And I know seeing Usher in Vegas, it's on my bucket list because I hear his show is something else. But it comes on tonight, Wednesday night, ABC, The Soul of a Nation, Black in Vegas. And if you miss it, if you don't tape it, it streams on Hulu the next day. So that comes on tonight. Anthony Anderson shocked a lot of people on a recent episode of the Kelly Clarkson Show. He's always battled his weight. At one point, he weighed 300 pounds. Now he's down to 160. You know, there is a thing such as you've lost too much weight. Because when you start the bobblehead thing, you're too skinny. They're wondering how he did it. I'm wondering, you know, they have these weight loss pills, and people are using them, and they're losing weight, but they're finding out the side effects and stuff later. But did he do one of these weight loss pills to lose weight? I mean, he has lost. You look at him and you be like, but then you see this head, and it's like, oh, that's Anthony Anderson. You know, I just think when you start the bobblehead thing, you've lost too much weight. Nicki Minaj, there's rumors that she's pregnant. Will she reveal it at this Sunday's Grammy Awards? They say we're in for surprises. Still trying to find out. The singing superstar is going to make a guest appearance. Is it Taylor Swift? Is it Beyonce? The Grammys are this Sunday, 8 o'clock, CBS. Trevor Noah is hosting. Harry Styles is performing, and Lizzo and Sam Smith, Bad Bunny, Mary J. Blige. It should be good. That issue, by the way, of Mary J. Blige on People, it's out on newsstands now. Forever and former First Lady Michelle Obama, she got a new podcast that's coming out on Audible. The Light podcast is going to be a takeoff on her book, where she talked to overcoming obstacles and dealing with life with a lot of her celebrity friends and people she has interviewed. It's going to be available on Audible for the first 2 weeks of each new podcast. Then it's going to be available wherever you get your podcasts, but it debuts next month. Priscilla Presley is talking. She's explaining why she's contesting her daughter's will. Lisa Marie Presley died a few weeks ago at the age of 54 from a heart attack. She said she's protesting that will to protect her grandchildren, but the money was going to her grandchildren. This is what Priscilla is saying, and she's also saying she's learning how to live without her daughter. Tom Brady finally retiring, and my Donna Summer voice, this time it's for real. He seems serious about it. If you know anything about athletes, either an injury will force them to retire, or it's hard for them to walk away from the game. A game that they may have been playing since they were a kid. Football is a dangerous game, but Tom Brady, undoubtedly the greatest quarterback to ever play it. 7 rings, 5-time MVP, Super Bowl. He's had an incredible career, and he may find it hard to let go. But your body doesn't keep up like you would want it to. Did it cost him his marriage? I think there were problems in this marriage anyway. Now, sometimes, people, they don't want to be home because they don't want to be with they either husband or wife. They're like, no, I want to be out. I want to be doing something else. I think there were problems before in this marriage, so I don't think you could really blame it on his staying in the NFL. He was teary. He put his own message out on social media. I think he is serious, but I know one thing. He got a new job lined up at Fox. 10-year contract for $375 million. I'm wondering, is he going to be in the booth with Howie and them? Because they got great chemistry. Howie and Michael Strahan, and that's a good bunch there. Is he going into that booth? Because they had on the Gronk last week, and it was like, no, broadcasting it's not his future. But will Tom be going there? Is he calling the games? But a 10-year, $375 million contract to go on over. Talk about the games with Fox Sports. Kerry Washington is ready to tell all. The actress and writer and director. The book, Thicker Than Water, is coming out in the fall. She is a mom of 2, married to a former football player who used to be one of the Philadelphia Eagles. I forgot to write his name down, so y'all know Auntie be screwing up names, so we're not gonna. Amne Asamoah, something like that. I got to write it down. But she's going to talk about her life, and that's going to be interesting. And for Gerard Carmichael, you're not going to see him on an award show, but you are going to see him on HBO in the new docu-series that looks at his family and his quest for love, embracing his sexuality. A lot of people are like, don't ever let him host no show. He was different. He was stunning. Golden Globes, y'all knew what y'all was doing when y'all got him. Y'all didn't like that biting commentary, but Gerard Carmichael, next gig for him is an HBO docu-series. I appreciate you guys. Leave a comment, give us a thumbs up. It's about the curls and the scoop. February is Heart Health Month. You must listen to those signs in your body. When I had my stroke, I never wanted to admit depression. My mother was dying. I wasn't taking care of me, but I was taking care of everybody else. And like my son, my mom, I was still working. Never paid attention to me, and I broke. Pay attention to the signs in your body. Stress is real. Depression is okay, and it's okay to say, I'm not okay. Dealing with the death of a loved one is very hard. Dealing with the death of a parent is even harder. I can't even imagine the loss of a child. Life takes you on that journey, that ups and downs. But pay attention and listen to things that are going on in your body. If you don't feel well, if you're aching, if you're getting these pains in your arm, if you fall and you don't even understand why you fell. I fell and got right back up. That's just how I am. Pay attention. And ladies, it's okay to not be Superwoman. I know we want to take care of it all. And I'm the type. My favorite line is, I'll do it. I'll do it. I'll do it. Especially when you're around people who don't want to do anything. And I'm like, I'll do it. We don't got to do everything. We don't have to do everything. It's okay to take off the cape. But take care of yourself and pay attention to the signs. You get curls, you get scoop, you get wisdom, you get advice. I've lived, y'all. Y'all like my blue nails. It's taking me a little bit to get used to. Hey, Miyoshi, but these are my blue nails. Ever since I did the Black Panther thing and they were all black, but we're going to rock out with blue for the rest of the week. I appreciate you guys. Subscribe to the channel so you never miss anything, because there's always something going on. Thumbs up, comment. Have a great day. I'm Patty Jackson. Let's get that hug in again, because you never know who needs a hug. It's not cute not knowing, and now you know. I'm Patty Jackson. I am your auntie of pop culture.